One exorcism, a father's test of faith. In the hallowed halls of the church, a family gathered in desperation, their hearts heavy with fear and uncertainty. Their daughter, once a beacon of light and joy, had become a vessel for something dark and malevolent, a ghostly presence that tormented her soul. As they watched in horror, the girl convulsed and thrashed, her eyes rolling back in her head as the ghost within her fought for control. With trembling hands, the father stepped forward, his faith tested to its limits as he prepared to confront the darkness that had taken hold of his daughter. With prayers on his lips and determination in his heart, the father began the ritual of exorcism, his voice ringing out through the sacred space as he called upon the power of the divine to cast out the evil that dwelled within. But as the ritual progressed, the ghost fought back with ferocity, lashing out with unseen claws and hurling objects through the air with supernatural force. The family watched in horror as the church trembled with the intensity of the battle raging within its walls. In a final act of desperation, the father called upon all his strength and resolve, channeling the power of his faith into one decisive blow. With a cry of triumph, he banished the ghost from his daughter's body, casting it back into the darkness from whence it came. As the girl collapsed into her family's arms, her body spent from the ordeal, the father knew that their journey was far from over. But as he looked into his daughter's eyes and saw the flicker of her true spirit shining once more, he knew that they had emerged victorious, their faith stronger than ever before. Now, as he stands before the congregation, the father recounts the harrowing tale of their battle with the forces of darkness, his voice filled with gratitude and reverence for the power of love and faith that had guided them through the darkest of nights. 2. Veil of Darkness, the Exorcism of Sister Mary. In the quiet sanctuary of the nuns' dormitory, a sinister presence lurked in the shadows, its icy grip tightening around the soul of Sister Mary, a young and devout nun. Once filled with light and devotion, Sister Mary had become a vessel for something dark and malevolent, an evil nun spirit that tormented her with visions of terror and despair. As her sisters looked on in horror, Sister Mary's body contorted and writhed, her eyes glowing with an otherworldly light as the evil nun's spirit took control. With each passing moment, the torment grew more intense as the spirit unleashed its fury upon the helpless nun. Desperate for salvation, the remaining sisters called upon the services of an exorcist, a man of unwavering faith and steely resolve. With a quiet determination, he entered the dormitory, his presence a beacon of hope in the face of darkness. As he began the ritual of exorcism, the dormitory trembled with the intensity of the battle between light and shadow. The evil nun's spirit fought back with ferocity, lashing out with unseen claws and hurling Sister Mary across the room with supernatural force. But the exorcist stood firm, his faith unshakable as he called upon the power of the divine to cast out the darkness that had taken hold. With each word of prayer, the grip of the evil nun spirit weakened, until at last, with a final cry of triumph, Sister Mary was freed from its clutches. As the spirit fled back into the depths of the abyss, the dormitory fell silent once more, the air heavy with the weight of the battle that had been fought within its walls. But amidst the darkness, there remained a glimmer of hope, a testament to the strength of faith and the power of redemption. Now, as the remaining sisters gather to recount the harrowing tale of Sister Mary's possession and exorcism, their voices ring out with reverence and gratitude for the exorcist who had saved their sister from the depths of despair. And as they bow their heads in prayer, they know that the light of faith will always triumph over the darkness of evil. 3. Unleashed, a battle of good and evil. The church was alive with the gentle hum of prayer, the soft glow of candlelight casting shadows on the walls as the congregation bowed their heads in reverence. But in an instant, The tranquility was shattered as a young boy, eyes ablaze with an otherworldly light, became a vessel for something dark and sinister. Chaos erupted as the boy convulsed and thrashed, his body contorting with unnatural movements, as the evil spirit within him wreaked havoc upon the sacred space. With a strength beyond his years, he flung aside pews and shattered stained glass, his laughter echoing through the halls like a sinister symphony. But amidst the chaos, the father and his faithful flock sprang into action, their faces set with determination as they struggled to subdue the possessed child. With ropes and chains, they bound him to a pillar, his screams of agony filling the air as the evil spirit fought to maintain its grip on his soul. With a heavy heart and a prayer on his lips, the father called upon the power of his faith to banish the darkness that had taken hold of the boy. With each word, he felt the weight of centuries-old evil pressing down upon him, but he refused to waver, drawing strength from the unwavering resolve of his companions. As the ritual reached its climax, the church trembled with the intensity of the battle between good and evil. Shadows danced along the walls and the air crackled with an electric energy as the father confronted the evil spirit head-on, his voice ringing out with a divine authority that brooked no resistance. And then, in a blinding flash of light, the darkness was vanquished, and the boy was released from the clutches of the evil spirit. With a gasp of relief, he slumped against the pillar, his body spent from the ordeal. As the congregation gathered around him, their faces awash with gratitude and wonder, the father knew that their faith had prevailed. And as they joined hands in prayer, a sense of peace settled over the church, a testament to the power of love and light in the face of darkness and despair.